What's up everybody, and welcome to round 7 of the championship. From the streets of Monaco we take a short trip to Canada before returning back to Europe. And as we are looking at the qualifying results, the man on pole position might look familiar. That is the double world champion Dan27, making his return to the F1 League. I was a bit disappointed with my time, but I qualified on the second row nonetheless, just in front of Gonna Gamble with his best qualifying result so far in P5. And as I'm getting ready for the start of this Grand Prix, starting on the option tires and making my way to the grid in P4, we are looking for a dry start of this race, but there was again rain expected, so we are looking forward to some changeable conditions again probably. This made me change my setup a little bit. I put in some extra downforce and raised my ride height a little bit in order to cope with the possible wet conditions a little bit better. And I was ordering my team to underfuel the car, but as I'm checking the fuel telemetry you can see I'm on +9 laps of fuel, and that will certainly compromise my start of the race as the lights are coming up. And it's lights out at Canada, we are on the way, and I'm getting off to a pretty good start here, trying to go around the outside of Tadjo, braking for turn 1, but So Solid has hit the Mercedes driver and rejoins the track right in front of me here, blocking me actually, and that allows Bessa, Indrexen and well basically everybody through, as the Holy Sam also takes the inside here for P6, so I'm dropping back to P7 already and having to defend from Gonna Gamble, who's right on the back of me, but he hits the back of me and pushes me into the Holy Sam, and there's a lot of contact here. Looks like a little bit of lag involved as well, but the car feels very heavy, and I have Woody, the McLaren driver, on the inside of me, braking for the chicane here. He takes that place and I'm falling back now into P9. With Red Tabor right on the back of me, coming up to the hairpin now, and Woody actually outbrakes himself a little bit there, but so am I, hitting the back of the McLaren driver and pushing him the right way again, but that allows Red Tabor through, so after one lap I'm already down in last place. But we skip ahead now to the start of lap 2, where the Holy Sam was a bit out of shape from the final chicane, and that allows me up into P9. But the car feels still very heavy, and I'm not really quick on the exit here. He makes a move down the inside of me, but pushes me onto the grass here as we go side by side to the end of sector 1. He comes back at me, and another contact moment there, but he's much braver on the brakes and takes that place back. Skipping ahead to the end of the lap, and you can see the Holy Sam outbraking himself completely there at the final chicane, and that allows me to take P9. And also Gonna Gamble has had an incident probably up front, because I'm closing in really quickly, braking for turn 1 here. It's the Lotus driver who just goes off into a semi-spin, causing me to have to take avoiding action at turn 2. Skipping ahead to the end of the lap, and you can see they're going side by side there. Oh, it's Indrexen who just went into the pits there, and Gonna Gamble out of shape at the final chicane. That allows me to be alongside of him, and this is a drag race to turn 1 with the Holy Sam right on the back of us. But we keep our positions, but the Holy Sam cuts back underneath me again, going for a move up the inside here and making it stick without contact this time. But as you can see, my car feels very heavy, especially at the exit of turn 2 there. But as we skip to the end of lap 4 here, you can see again the Marussia driver out of shape at the final chicane. He was really struggling at the start of the race, and I think he has not been clean through there so far, a single time. That promotes me up to P8 again. But again, going wide here at turn 2. He's going to make a move again up the inside of me. I'm backing out of this one, just slotting in right on the back of him. Skipping ahead to the end of the lap to see if the Holy Sam can make the chicane this time, but no, he's outbraking himself again, and Gunnar Gamble was also out of shape there near the pit lane wall, and he just falls back there, and that allows me to take P7, and this time getting turn 2 a little bit better in order to keep the place, as we are skipping ahead to the end of lap 7. And at the hairpin here you can see I'm losing a little bit of grip, and it makes me decide to go for the intermediate tires, as these options don't feel the right choice anymore to me.
Intermediate tires confirmed.
And it's raining for a couple of laps now, so I'm deciding to come in and change these tires. 2.9 second pit stop, really good job by the Ferrari team to get me out quickly again. Let's see if switching to the Inters was the right choice.
Be careful not to drive over the white line when coming out of the pits, or you'll get a penalty.
Coming out of the pits now, and already at the exit of turn 2 you can see me losing traction.
We fitted you with a set of intermediates, there's just 2 stops remaining.
And already got the feeling that this might have been a wrong decision.
The race officials have disabled DRS due to the weather conditions.
Unless the weather is going to worsen, these intermediate tires are not a good bet.
There's enough fuel to run in high mix mode if you feel you need it. Turn fuel to rich, fuel to rich.
Skipping ahead now to the start of lap 9, and you can see me having no grip whatsoever on these Inters, and it was clearly a poor decision to change over, as I'm just not able to make that chicane at a decent speed, losing a lot of time in the process, as I'm 11 seconds behind the Holy Sam already. And as we skip ahead to the start of lap 10, you can see on the minimap it's Gunnar Gamble who just made a pit stop, and he's rejoining the track right on the back of me, and I have to defend the inside here, going through the chicane. Braking for the second chicane here, and I'm just understeering off basically. And you can see the Lotus driver has a lot more grip as he switched over to the slick tires. And as we skip to the end of the lap, you can see me coming in for some slicks as well, as I'm switching over to the prime tires. But as we skip to the end of the lap here on lap 11, I'm braking for the chicane and just understeering off into the wall of champions, losing my front wing and picking up a puncture in the process. And having to go a full lap without a front wing is going to lose me a lot of time, obviously, as I'm trying to get out of the way of Indrexen, who just demotes me to last place. And as we skip to the end of the lap, you can see I'm already getting some blue flags here, so I'm already a lap behind the race leader, Dan 27, and I'm coming in for a new front wing here and a new set of prime tires. It took the Ferrari team only 5.4 seconds, that's not too bad, but I'm rejoining the track in last place, obviously. Braking for the chicane here at the end of lap 14. You can see it has started raining again, but these prime tires are still having good enough grip to make it cleanly through that final chicane there. But as we cross the finish line, you can see I'm 29 seconds behind Indrexen, and Woody has destroyed his vehicle. Very unfortunate for him, as that is his second DNF in a row after his crash in Monaco. Again, not making it to the end of this race. And the safety car is out. You would think that that's a good thing, as I'm far behind the rest of the field. But as you can see, I was lapped by Dan 27. I was the only one lapped. So that basically means that everybody is now a lap in front of me. And on this game, it doesn't allow you to overtake the safety car if you're a lap behind. It's a bit of inconsistency there by Codemasters, as they try to make a game that is really authentic to the real F1 rules, but not on this matter apparently. And as we are having the restart here, I'm just trying to get away from the guys behind me, but just going wide here at turn 2 and just letting these guys through. It's so solid, also moves ahead of me here, and getting onto the grass, having no grip at all it seems, but just letting everybody through here as I'm not racing them. Bessa, you can see him in P4 there getting through.
Weather report suggests light rain in approximately 10 minutes.
Radio message suggests more rain is expected as RaceDepartment goes around the outside of me, and the Holy Sam just making a straight of that chicane right there. Skipping ahead to the end of the lap, and you can see the smoke coming off the car of the Holy Sam as he locks up, having to avoid so solid there as the Toro Rosso driver is out of shape, but it was an illegal overtake, so the Holy Sam has to give that place back, and that lets me past both of them as Dan27 sets the fastest lap of the race. Skipping ahead to lap 22, braking for the chicane here, but as I go over the curbs I lose the rear and just spin off into the wall there, losing my front wing, and again having to complete a full lap without one. But as my team changes my front wing for a new one, you can see I'm also changing my tires. I'm going for the intermediate tires as the sky is getting dark, and I'm actually hoping for rain, as that might be the only chance for me to save this race, as I'm already a lap behind, so solid, down into last place, and just going to gamble. But coming out of the pits you can see me sliding off here, having no traction at all, going off here and damaging my new front wing. One might think of retiring right now, but I don't like to give up, so I'm turning my car around again to face the right direction and continue on. As you can see, the Ferrari team with another front wing for me and some fresh options. Skipping to the end of lap 32, where I'm getting some blue flags because Gun and Gamble is right on the back of me, and as I brake for the hairpin he goes up my inside, but he outbrakes himself and there is contact, and the stewards are giving me a penalty for that. I'm not sure if that's my fault, but I'm 2 laps behind everybody anyway. Coming in for some fresh primes on lap 40. My only goal really was now to set the fastest lap of the race, as I was so far behind the field. I was just pushing, and you can see me pushing a little bit too hard here, and going off again onto the grass and off into the wall, losing my front wing, getting another time penalty, and that happened a few times more. And as I'm back into my favorite place of this race, the pit box, I'm getting a new front wing and some fresh options to go and try and set the fastest lap of the race. But as I cut this corner, I get disqualified by the stewards, as that was one corner cut too many, and that's a very disappointing end to a very disappointing race. And these are the full race results, with Bessa taking the victory, his first victory in F1, and a very good job to beat the reigning champion Dan27. The other Toro Rosso on the podium as well, followed by the Holy Sam, Tadger, Indrexen, RaceDepartment and the Gun & Gamble. Woody did not finish and myself disqualified from the race. After 7 rounds, this is what the Drivers' Championship looks like. As we have come to an end of this round, I want to thank you for watching and see you in Valencia.